Last year I've made a short video about Ford Fiesta 1.0 EcoBoost, calling it one of the best budget daily cars. And that video went crazy, but the comments, some went brutal. Wet rubber timing belt is great for costly repairs and catastrophic failures. Next one. Please avoid the EcoBoom, turbos fail, engines blow up. Just read these comments under shorts video, guys, and I hope we will see lots of them under this video too. So I've decided to make a full honest review. The real story behind the 1.0 EcoBoost. We will talk about what makes it brilliant, what makes it dangerous, and how to buy one without blowing your wallet. And the last one, that part will save you thousands, so stick around. Let's start why everyone still talks about it. The 2014 Fiesta is fun, super light, quick steering. Ford promised 65 mpg on the motorway, and that's not far off if you drive smart. It's compact, easy to park, parts are everywhere. And when serviced right, it feels solid. The later generation is the MK8 Fiesta 2017-2023 improved cabin space, added better sound insulation, and refined Z1.0 engine. So on paper it's the perfect UK daily car. Cheap to run, easy to fix and fun to drive. But that's only half the story. And before we jump into the next part, subscribe to the channel. Next, let's talk about the part YouTube comments nailed, because some of the hate completely fair. The biggest issue, that wet timing belt. Instead of traditional dry belt, it runs inside the engine, buzzed in oil. Ford claimed it lasts 150k miles or 10 years, but in reality, mechanics on forums like Reddit or Ford Techs say to replace it every 7 or 8 years or 80,000 miles. One owner wrote, "Those belts hardly last 40k miles, everything after 2016 is sold under 50k for a reason." Another said, "I had mine changed at 11 years, 142,000 kilometers, and it cost 1,600 pounds later." And here is the danger: when that belt starts to break down, little rubber bits mixed with the oil. That clogs oil passages, starts the turbo, and boom! That's where the nickname EcoBoom came from. Then there is the coolant system, the small pipes and connectors. And early models could crack oil leak. Low coolant leads to overheating, then to warped head, and it is another big bill. The EcoBoost is incredibly sensitive to oil quality. Skip one service and it will remind you the hard way. The other side of the story, it's not a bad engine. It's just the engine that punishes neglect. Owners who change oil every 10 months or every 10,000 kilometers and use the correct 5W20 or 5W30 Ford spec oil and replace belt on time, they have zero issues even every 100,000 miles. A Reddit user wrote, "My 2014 Fiesta 1.0 EcoBoost 75,000 miles, serviced every year, still perfect." Another said, "The wet belt holds fine if serviced right. The real problem is garages using cheap oil." If you watch till this moment and still do not subscribe to my channel, time to do it. Subscribe now. And I continue. The MK8 version after 2017 actually uses an improved belt compound, better oil flow and redesigned cooling system. Still not bulletproof, but far less risky. So, it's not about luck, it's about maintenance. The problem is that many owners treat it like an old-school Fiesta. They skip services, they stretch oil changes, and this engine doesn't forgive that. Next one. If you're buying one, here is your checklist. First, timing belt. Ask when it was replaced. If it's the original after 8-10 years, the budget is from 700 to 1,000 pounds. Service history. You want early oil changes with correct oil Ford spec. Coolant system. Check for any residue, leaks or low level. If the expansion tank looks oily or low, walk away. Engine start. Should run smooth from cold. No rattles, no rough idle. So, to summarize, is Ford Fiesta 1.0 EcoBoost is worth in 2025? If you just want cheap city car, don't care about engines and hand maintenance, no, you will hate the build when it buys back. But if you want the car that's genuinely fun and cheap to insure and you're willing to service it right, yes. Buy the right one and it will reward you every day. The MK8 from 2017 to 2023 is safer, smoother and slightly less risky. But even the 2014 can be a great buy, if you know what you are doing. Was helpful? Don't miss out, subscribe for more.